Hello there, my friends. It's the Covert Crow and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to dig into something that was brought to my attention by a friend of mine who just happened to have the opportunity to buy the exact same watch as me, and that is the TUDOR Black Bay GMT. It is a special timepiece and of course a mainstay in my collection. And I just recently did a video for the 2-year update, 2 years on the wrist. You can also see that at the Covert Crow on YouTube. What I wanted to cover off is the question that I was asked, and how do you quick set or set, depending on what time zone you're in, for the GMT. So in this video, what I'm going to do is cover off 2 phases of the set. One being a quick set, and by a quick set I mean that's where you already know the other time zone that you're going to be utilizing. And for me, as I'm in the East Coast, I also like to monitor the West Coast, which is 3 hours behind us. Oh, first as a wow moment, today I have on the Glycine Airman World Timer. So why don't we turn around and get a bird's eye view and dig right into it. So when I pick up the watch and grab it out of storage, it's not running. As you can see, I can unscrew the screw down crown. I can pop it all the way out to the second position, and I can start rotating and turning clockwise. You will see that my local time is going to be the hour and minute hand, and then my GMT time is going to be my alternate time. And it's already set and rotating at the same 3-hour differential. So now I'm at 12 noon. And I push back in because now we are at 4:04. I give the watch a good wind here just so that you can get that spring tightened up, and you'll see the sweeping seconds hand continue to move. And today's date is actually the 1st of August, so the date window is accurate. I have just set it, and that's my quick set, to 4:04 p.m. and you'll see that the GMT hand is pointing at between the 12 and the 14, which is 13. So it's 13:04 on the West Coast. So it's that simple. Now, if there was an occasion where several days have passed and you haven't worn the watch, and it's a situation where you have to advance the date ahead, or because it's behind, you simply can unscrew the crown, move it to that first position. And the one thing I like about the Black Bay GMT is it has a quick set jump hour. So if you turn in a clockwise direction, you will notice that the hour hand actually moves and jumps, which is great. And once it crosses midnight, it actually jumps the date to the next day. So if you continue to do that, that is a quick way to then set the date accurately. But there you go. That's it. That just takes a few seconds. And that's because you already have it programmed and set to be 3 hours behind based on your alternate time on the West Coast. Now, let's say you're going to be traveling and you're going to be going abroad to, say, London, England, over in the UK, and you know that it's a 5-hour difference. So currently it's 4:11 in the East Coast, but it's 9:11 p.m. Out in the UK. So you want to pull the crown all the way out, and then you want to set the GMT hand to the 21 hour, which is there. You can lock that in by pressing in the crown, and now you're going to want to use the jump hour to then move the hour hand to set the time for the local time in the East Coast. So that's midnight, and that's 4. Pressing in the crown and screwing down, and now you'll see that you have it set for your trip to the UK. The East Coast local time is 4:12, and you'll see it's 21:12 based on the GMT hand pointer for the UK time things. And let's just say, for instance, you don't want the local time to be East Coast for the big hour and big hand for the seconds, or sorry, minutes. Rather, you would have the local time in the UK while you're there to be the large hands, and then back home on the East Coast, you would use the GMT hand to monitor what's going on in the East Coast time. What I would do first is pull the crown all the way out to the second position. And if I know that it's basically 9:12 that I'm looking at for the inner dial local time, because I'm in the UK, and I know that it's 5 hours behind on the East Coast, then I would set the GMT hand to be the 5 hours behind. So I know that that time would be 4, so I would rotate until the GMT hand comes to the 4 o'clock position. So it's there, and the current time is now 4:14. So there, now we have the GMT hand set at 4:14. Press the crown in. And now we want to set the local time for England based on our large hour and minute hands. And we would just pull out to the first position, and that's where that jump hour comes into play again. So we know that we would be looking for the 9 o'clock. Press it in, tighten it up, and there. So there you have it. 2 quick ways, the quick set and a real-time set, depending on what the time zone is you're going to use as your alternate. It just happens to work for me. I know there's many different ways that it can be done. I'm just giving you an idea of how you can jump right into the operational use of this watch very efficiently. So do me a favor, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon, because there's going to be more content coming always. This is the Covert Crow. Thanks very much for your time. I'm out.